What is good? What is up? It's Jordan or Texans Thoughts, and I'm back with another video. Today we've got a huge one because Nick Castro is working. We've officially signed former Ravens and Saints Pro Bowl running back Mark Ingram. It's a one-year deal with incentives up to $3 million, so right off the bat, it's low risk. And in this video, I'm going to break down how Mark Ingram succeeds. I think this signing really shows what type of run scheme the Texans are going to utilize, so if you're curious about that, stay tuned. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Matter of fact, just hit it for Mark Ingram. Subscribe for more content and comment down below your thoughts on our newest signing. Now, let's break down the film of Mark Ingram because the film don't lie. So first, let's start with what Ingram does well, and that is running power and gap style runs. It was the Ravens' bread and butter, and Ingram was a perfect fit. They've got a read option with these two pullers, and since the defensive end stands his ground and doesn't run after the running back, Lamar hands it off. Ingram is going to be reading linebacker number 56. If he jumps inside of the tight end's block, Ingram goes outside. If he goes outside, Ingram goes inside. These power runs are devastatingly difficult to stop if you have the right personnel and execute to a T. The Texans' new tight end coach Andy Bischoff will reportedly have a say in our run game, aiding what was a weakness of Tim Kelly's, and he'll likely bring these staple concepts from the Ravens. Here they have a nice counter where Ingram, Lamar, and the offensive line all make it look like a run to the defense's left, but the right guard and fullback are pulling to the right. Since 59 and 54 gain outside leverage, Ingram goes inside, following the fullback and maximizing yards by falling forward. Ingram has really solid vision in these scenarios where he can just specialize in getting north-south instead of east-west. When he's running north-south, he can make great jump cuts to open lanes with ease, putting his foot in the ground and exploding. This helps him a lot on gap runs. Here the Ravens are working two combo blocks and trying to block these linebackers at the second level. Ingram sees the right tackle and tight end have turned this defensive end inside, and the tight end is already working up to the linebacker, so he cuts towards the gap. Then another solid cut to get extra yards. But those cuts get infinitely tougher for Mark Ingram when he's running laterally east-west. So as good of a fit as he is for a gap power scheme, he's not as useful in zone, where you need to be a bit more patient and look for the perfect time to cut upfield after running laterally. Here's a good example of him executing a cut off outside zone to give an idea of what it's supposed to look like. PJ Hall crosses number 74's face and cuts off the front side of the run. So Ingram's next read is the backside B gap, and the cutback lane is there, so with one quick hop, he's able to go from east-west to north-south. But unfortunately, that wasn't the common theme for Ingram's cutting ability in 2020. And all these clips are coming from before he was injured, by the way, so we have a clear idea of the level of athleticism Ingram can hopefully get back to. On this zone run, the left guard isn't able to sustain his block, so Ingram wants to cut it back, but look how it takes 4 steps for him to change direction. He needs to slow down, and that wasted motion creates inefficiency. It wastes precious milliseconds, and he's not able to get past the defensive tackle. You know what also takes milliseconds? Changing into your F custom jerseys. These babies are high quality, and starting at just $24.99, you can customize football, baseball, basketball jerseys, and even hoodies. The link is in the description. Use code TEXANSTHOUGHTS for 10% off, and I promise you'll be as happy as Mark Ingram is on the sidelines. Going on 32, Ingram just isn't the athlete that he used to be, but that's okay. We shouldn't expect the 2016 New Orleans Saints version of him. Don't put him in these situations where you're depending solely on his athleticism and making cuts off of lateral outside runs. Keep him going north-south and he'll be valuable. Because of Ingram's strengths and weaknesses, I think the Texans are going to be running a power-heavy run scheme. I know, just last week in my Justin Britt video, I talked about how he's bad in gap and power schemes and needs an outside zone scheme to succeed. But I also mentioned that Britt makes one type of block that is instrumental to the success of power schemes, and that is the back block. It's a block that allows the puller to leave his man and block someone else. It doesn't really require you to move the defender completely out of their gap. That's not what Britt is good at, but it's all about angling them away from the run. And if we look back to those power runs with Ingram and the Ravens, we see the center is asked to make these back blocks. The left guard pulls to the right, and the center takes on the 3-tech defensive tackle. The run is aimed to go to the right, so the center initially angles his defender away from there. Ingram actually cuts it back, running off of the center's block, but the point still stands. So while I initially thought the signing of Britt meant the Texans were moving to an outside zone heavy scheme, now I think they're going to try and replicate the Ravens' success with their dominating power scheme. If I'm right, you'll see them place a priority on signing blocking tight ends and possibly a fullback now that they've cut Culley and Gillespie. I really hope I'm right and the Texans aren't trying to fit a square peg in a round hole by asking Ingram to run a lot of outside zone or for Britt to be mainly making blocks in gap schemes, because that will spell disaster. There needs to be a cohesive vision between the GM, head coach, offensive coordinator, and run game coordinator. I really hope I just cracked the Texans code. Wrapping up the video, from everything I've read and heard about Ingram, he is an amazing veteran presence who is willing to mentor rookies at his position, and he's the Ravens hype man as well. I think he'll quickly be a fan favorite, and he's a guy I think I'm gonna love rooting for. It is paramount that the Texans utilize Ingram in a scheme that fits him. The blueprint is there. I know how to best utilize Ingram. David Culley and Andy Bischoff both know how to best utilize Ingram. Let's see it damn happen. Alright, that's going to do it for the video. If you enjoyed, please do hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and comment down below your thoughts on Mark Ingram. Take care everyone, come back for more, and remember, the film don't lie.